Center. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. You know, Greg, this time of year, lots of trade rumors are flying around, aren't they?
You know, Kevin, it always depends on the situation. You know, some guys are actually hoping to be moved, especially if it's to a title contender. And then you have those who set up roots, and that's their home, their foundation. It can be a challenge to have to walk away.
Now here's Iverson, down to 5 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in.
And, you know, for being a smaller guard, Iverson is a master at finishing inside. Just remarkable.
Kidd passes to Van Exel. And here is Kidd. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Down low, Kidd's assertiveness makes the difference. I mean, helping him get around the trees, the big fellas in there, and to his shot. That's good work.
Now here's Iverson. Last game out, 36 points for him. Pass to Snow. McGulligan screen on Kidd. Three-pointers, Snow. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's Kidd. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
The focus from Kidd, terrific at just keeping his composure even when things get tight.
Iverson right side. Over Van Exel. Iverson no good.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
And the basket by Van Exel.
And good work there from Van Exel, finding some space inside and exploiting.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Snow. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Van Horn. Another miss by Philadelphia. And so it's Dallas with it. Outside Kidd. There's a good screen. Here's Nowitzki. Over Van Horn. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Kidd.
A great shooter. For Nowitzki, the mid-range is easy money all day long.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Snow. Pass to Van Horn. To end the drought. Can't get the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Kidd. It's Nowitzki on the wing. Over Van Horn. And it's Nowitzki missing.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Pass to Snow. Allen Iverson on the wing. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Iverson's got his second bucket.
Oh, nice stroke on Iverson's jumper. He looks so confident taking that shot.
It's stolen by McKee. Now the 76ers on the break. And Iverson throws it down.
Look, in this league, you got to get easy buckets when you can, so you run every chance you get. So much easier to score in the full court than in the half court.
Now here's Van Exel. 17 points in his last outing. Nowitzki dishes the Kid. Nowitzki sets a screen for Kid. No good on the shot.
Poor defense for sure, but the offense was worse.
Here's Snow. Still yet to score. Iverson. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Hill passes to Van Exel. It's back to Hill. Pass to Kidd. Shoots over McKee. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Threw it down with force. Terrific flush.
The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Snow. Out to the wing. Here's Van Horn, defended by Nowitzki. Just 3 to shoot from deep. Iverson, and that's collected by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 4 rebounds in this game. Hill has the open look. Here's to Clerk, pass to Nowitzki. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Hill finds Nowitzki. They double-team Nowitzki. Now Kidd. There's the pick. To the middle. Here's to Clerk. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in.
Kidd is a talented playmaker. He knows how to run sets and generate shots for his teammates.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Van Horn. Still without a basket. Mavericks with the rebound. DeClerc's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, you look at Van Exel, and he has tremendous speed and dexterity with the ball, and he knows how to get people out of their seats with his flashy style of play. He's a fun guy to watch work.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
I think it's a point of emphasis for this coach, getting to the line where you can pile up some freebies and set your defense.
Dallas making a switch here. Grant's checked in. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Cashing in on these trips is a crucial part of any game plan. Free throws can add up fast.
If you don't shut your mouth,
And it's the 76ers with the ball. They trail by 6. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going, and you could see frustrations emerge.
And you know what? Even though it was a frustrating night shooting the ball, they found a way to get it done and pulled it out. And a win's a win, and that ultimately is all that matters.
Well, we're right around the midway point, Clark, of the regular season. Can a team change their identity at this point?
I think it's possible, but it's not probable, unless you make some kind of a monster trade. You know, the DNA of your squad and its makeup, you do that during training camp. So I think during the season, that's a hard thing to switch. And, you know, for being a smaller guard, Iverson is a master at finishing inside. Just remarkable.
Nowitzki outside. Rebounded by McKee.
He just missed it. He's typically solid from mid-range.
Here's Iverson. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And such a valuable high percentage shot, and he does a great job of taking advantage.
Snow against Kidd. Dallas needs to get off a shot. 2 on the clock. Van Exel. Iverson with some nice D. The 76ers trail by 4. And here is McKee. No scoring in this one. Iverson outside. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
A volume shooter, Iverson stays aggressive on offense, whether he's hot or cold. And right now, he's on fire.
And so Don Nelson calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And then for Philadelphia, Williams, he's checked in for McKee, and Buckner subbed in for Snow. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to the Clippers.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it, so you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
Here's Buckner after the Mavericks pick up 3. Iverson outside. Goes up on the high post. Again, Philadelphia.
In the mid-range, Iverson can be so dangerous. He is just so skilled at making those shots.
Bradley is screen on Williams. For 3 points, Harrington. Rebound by McCulloch.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Iverson outside. Overnight. And he can't bank that one in. Inside Daniel. Bradley sets the pick for Daniel. And Bradley gets it to go on the assist by Daniels. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
And just understanding his role and finding ways to make plays. Great decision there.
Iverson outside. The 3. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Dallas is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Daniel. Over Buckner. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Grant outside. Back to Daniels. Grant sets a screen for Daniels. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Dallas.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard, and those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And I also have to call out how they've outworked their opponent, doing a great job of crashing the offensive glass and just creating those second chance points.
That free throw good from Daniels. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. Both free throws good from Daniels. 1:25 left here in the first quarter. Buckner the pass to Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Hey, you know what he lacks inside, he makes up for with his vertical.
Dallas leading by 3. Harrington with it. He has yet to score. And it's Nowitzki missing. Outside Williams. Here's Buckner. He's covered by Grant. Back to Williams. 5 to shoot. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Daniels with the rebound. And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 3-point game. Back to Bradley. There's the steal. Here's Buckner. He's guarded by Harrington. Bryant, a screen on Harrington. Pass to Howard. From past the arc. And no good that time. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
To the right side. Here's Buckner. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Buckner's got his first basket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Knight looking for an opening. Three-pointer. That shot off the mark. The 76ers trail. Howard with it. Now defended by Grant. Williams dishes to Howard. Rencius guarded by Bradley. And they take the lead.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
The Mavericks shooting around 41% on the night. Bradley sends the pick for Knight. To the paint. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Jacks up a 3. Dallas again missing. The 76ers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Harrington inside. He's guarded by Howard. A nice shot by Knight.
The assisted basket. Coaches love those. Shows your offense is running well.
Here's Buckner. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Williams against Harrington. Pass to Howard. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And the rejection by Bradley. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Look at the Mavericks. They're 6th right now in the conference with lots of time to make a move.
And you know, for the Mavericks, they've stayed right there
just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Mavericks making a switch here. Barton is checked in. Inside, here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Outstanding execution in the pick and roll, capped off by his terrific pass.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Dallas leading by 3. Barton outside. Harrington up top. Pass to Grant. Shoots over McKee, and another basket for Dallas.
Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
The 76ers trail by 5. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Right side, Bryant. Here's Snow. Still scoreless. Over Harrington. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
We don't see Snow take a lot of jumpers, but he's confident shooting it from the mid-range.
Snow against Harrington. Pass to Nowitzki. Over Bryant. Nowitzki, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Now here's Barton. Now here's Bradley. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's a gimme right there. That's exactly what you want.
Iverson passes to Snow. It's Bryant, high post. Over Nowitzki. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The NBA announcing they'll be focusing more on throwback jerseys this season. Clark, do you have a favorite?
I really don't, Kevin. I was never what you would call a clothes or uniform horse. Whatever was on, whatever was available, that's what I wore. But I would say that the Denver rainbow-colored jerseys, if I did wear a throwback, that would probably be a pretty cool one. But, you know, I'm partial to the Pacers' ABA history because I'm part of that franchise's history. So Pacers first, and then maybe the Nuggets old-school jerseys would be second.
And the 76ers making a change here. McCullough's checked in. Both free throws good from Bryant. Dallas leading by 3. Outside Kidd. Pass to Nowitzki. Here's Bradley, and he uses the glass on the layup. Bradley's got 6.
When the shot goes up, he is not a guy you want to lose track of. Boy, that's a nice play right there.
Iverson outside. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
You can really tell Iverson approaches the game with a single-minded focus. Can be intimidating trying to defend a guy with his level of skill and determination.
First one falls for him. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. The Mavericks leading. Grant outside. It's rebounded by Bryant. The 76ers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Iverson passes to Snow. Pass to McKee. The tray. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Good decision by Snow. He's not looking to score. Eric wants to move the ball.
Kidd against Snow. Kidd dishes to Hill. Over Iverson, and it's Hill. That time the assist by Kidd.
Using that mid-range area to find points. Good offensive awareness that time pays off.
Here's Snow. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And it's Iverson missing. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Nowitzki outside, and stolen by Iverson. Pass to Snow. Clock at 6. Fires away from outside. Mavericks with the rebound. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. Nowitzki looking it over. Pass to Kidd. Snatched away. Kidd against Iverson. Over Kidd. Can't hit from the elbow. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. And Bradley gets it to go.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Van Horn's checked in. Pass to Snow. And here is Iverson, covered by Van Exel. Iverson against Van Exel. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Iverson. For Dallas, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Here's Kidd. Grant, right side. And Van Horn pulls it down.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Now here's McKee. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. They get it again. McCullough. And he dunks it down. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Outside Hill. Grant sets a screen for Hill. It's tipped. Kidd passes to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Iverson. The Mavericks making the shot. Good defense, better offense, Iverson.
Check out Iverson getting tricky with the ball, using his handles to slip by the defender.
Grant outside. Now Van Exel. 17 points for him last game against the Clippers. Outside Hill. It's over McKee. And there's Grant Hill on the assist by Van Exel. And the Mavericks lead by 1. McKee with a screen on Kidd. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now, here's Van Exel. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Off target with his three. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. That one is good from Van Horn.
That's how it's done. Getting down and dirty inside, good result.
Dallas has gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And so Don Nelson calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. There's a minute 40 left here in the second. Pass to Hill. Here's Kidd. It's back to Hill. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Tell you what, good luck trying to stop Hill inside. I mean, once he's this deep, the defense is done.
Here's Snow. On the wing, Iverson. Up top, McCulloch. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the middle. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. He talked about a back and forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Kidd. He has 6. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 8 points.
Inside, Hill can be a problem finding a way to get around the defense and score the ball.
Iverson outside. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. DeClerc's got 4 rebounds in this game. Snow against Kidd. It's good. And it's a 3-point Maverick lead.
Down low, Kidd's assertiveness makes the difference. I mean, helping him get around the trees, the big fellas in there, and to his shot, that's good work.
And here is Iverson. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Phoenix. Down low, puts it up from 7, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
That's really an outstanding assist, creating a great opportunity inside. You can see the chemistry between those guys.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Mavericks ahead, leading by just 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from Allen Iverson.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Now here's Kidd. Van Exel with it. It's Nowitzki, top of the key. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, I like that confidence and power on display by Nowitzki there. Even when the defense is bumping him and making it tough, he stays right with it.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Boy, you gotta love Nowitzki. As unique a player as you'll ever see, a towering 7-footer who is as good as it gets at making all kinds of jump shots.
Here's Snow. On the wing, Iverson. Beautiful finish from Iverson inside.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Nowitzki left side. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. Kidd's got 6 assists now in the game. The 76ers trail by 4. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Oh, what a finish by AI!
And there has been no answer for him defensively.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Tries from 7. Here's Kidd. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And a pretty crafty move there from Jason Kidd, doing what he can to draw the foul.
The Mavericks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. He misses the free throw.
It does wonders for an offense to have a point guard like Kidd at the helm. A tremendous facilitator.
And he sinks the second. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Kidd against Snow. Pass to Van Horn. It's good. This game is all even. Van Horn's got 9.
And, you know, Snow knows his team depends on him to do this. A solid floor general.
Kidd against Snow. Kidd passes to Hill. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Pass to Van Horn. Shoots. And it comes off the front of the rim. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Dallas. Hill kicks to Kidd. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Nowitzki's shot is no good. Nowitzki's gone only 3 of 10 here from the floor. Kidd against Snow. Good defense by Kidd. Dallas shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Here's to Clerk. Banked in off the glass. He has 6.
There's not much that Hill does not do well. He does a bunch of good things, including spotting the open man and getting the ball to him right away.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. McKee against Hill. It's stolen by Van Exel. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And it's a 6-point Dallas lead.
And good work there from Van Exel, finding some space inside and exploiting it.
On the wing, Iverson. Pass to McCulloch. 5 on the clock. Here's Snow. Nowitzki with the rebound. Nowitzki's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Kidd passes to Van Exel. Nowitzki with the screen on Iverson. Van Exel kicks to Nowitzki. Outside, Kidd knocks down the 3-ball. Kidd's got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3-ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
You just appreciate how unselfish Kidd is. Outstanding at sharing the ball and playing for his teammates.
And that one misses. The 76ers trail by 11. McKee dishes to Iverson. Pass to Van Horn. The 76ers with another miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. Taking a look at Philadelphia, holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far.
Right now for Philadelphia,
They had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
But the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Snow, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now here's Kidd. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. Van Exel against Iverson. They could use a bucket, and there's the drive, and McKee gets it to go. McKee's got 5 now.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Outside Hill. To the inside. De Klerk, the pass to Van Exel. Over Iverson. Van Exel no good.
Trying to take what the defense allows, but he couldn't get it to go.
Iverson right side. Over Hill. Here's Van Horn. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Van Horn's got 5 points now in the quarter. Pass to Van Exel. It's Hill, top the key. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
You know, Hill can turn it on so quickly. Once he buries a couple of quick shots, then that basket starts to expand.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Here's check in for the 76ers. Snow against Kidd. Out to the right wing. Pass to Snow. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's McCulloch. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
Grant outside. It's back to Hill. Now here's Nowitzki. Defended by McCulloch. Nowitzki's shot is no good. The 76ers trail by 11. Here's Snow. To the wing right side. Van Horn, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Inside, Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
And love the pass from Hill right there. A true team player.
And so here is Philadelphia. Snow, the pass to McKee. And that's collected by Nowitzki.
Really good work by the defense to protect the rim and alter the shot.
Hill inside. Defended by McCulloch. Wow, Dirk shows some strength down low.
Really imperative that you put a body on Nowitzki. I mean, he's just too big and talented close to the rim.
Here's Snow. Pass to Van Horn. Here's Snow. 6 to shoot. And here is McCulloch. Here's Van Horn. Poke loose.
He's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's great defense right there.
Now here's Kidd for 3. That's not going to go for him. It's his 6th miss. He's 5 for 11. Kidd against Snow. Pass to Buckner. McCulloch against Nowitzki. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Bradley's checked in for Nowitzki. Lunt comes in for Hill, and Knight subbed in for Jason Kidd. And the free throw, no good. Mavericks leading by 13. 1:51 left in the third. Grant surveying the D. Shoots over McCulloch. Rebound by McCulloch. McCulloch's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Buckner. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
High effort play inside, winning that trip to the line.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
You know something else, guys? You know, they came out of that tunnel sprinting in a full stride sprint. That translated to the floor and lots of success in the fast break game.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Mavericks leading by 11. Outside Knight. Grant sets a screen for Knight. Driving in. Grant gets a wide open look. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Grant's got 10 points in the game.
Got his feet set and let it fly.
56 seconds left here in the third quarter. Grant against Williams. Back to Iverson. Count the basket. Iverson's got 27.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
Now, here's Harrington. Still yet to score. Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now, here's Harrington. Not a lot of room. No good from Grant. And so it's Dallas looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Now Iverson. Nice move. Oh, exploding off the floor. Iverson.
Boy, Iverson's so stubborn and competitive offensively, forcing that shot through even while taking the foul.
Allen Iverson, one shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And here is Harrington. Pass to Nowitzki. Nowitzki inside.
Such a versatile offensive weapon. Nowitzki has tons of places where he can get it in the basket from.
Iverson with the ball. Over Daniels. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Iverson's got 5 points now this quarter. Outside Daniels. It's deflected. Bryant with it. Picked up by Nowitzki. Iverson outside. Clock at 6. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. 34 points for Iverson.
Look, it's been this way for him all night. Points have come in bunches and easy.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The 76ers trail by 12. Here's Iverson. Iverson torch in. And the dunk by Iverson.
You gotta love Iverson's tenacity, especially when he's driving.
Grant outside. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Clock at 4 from about 16. No good on that one. 76ers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. That cuts the lead to single digits.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And so Don Nelson calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Start it.
Jason Kidd's checked in for Daniels. Collett's checked in for Philadelphia. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I listened in on what Don Nelson was discussing with his players. Now his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Now here's Grant. Bradley kicks to Kidd. Over Iverson. And he recovers it. Kidd, no good. Williams inside. Harrington's there. Pass to Buckner. Back to Williams. Now McCullough, guarded by Bradley. Bradley with some nice D. Mavericks leading by 8. Now here's Kidd. Left side, Grant kicks it out to Bradley. Dallas moving the ball around. Nowitzki, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Buckner. Back to Iverson. Over Kidd. Iverson, no luck. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Kidd. Bradley is screen on Iverson. And here's Kidd from the arc. And Bradley gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Yeah, the second chance bucket almost found points.
Here's Buckner. Allen Iverson on the wing. The Mavericks pull it in. Grant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Kidd. Here's Buckner. Lays it up off the glass.
Gets it inside and goes to work. That's how it's done.
Dallas leading by 8. Pass to Harrington. Nowitzki up top. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Hey, that's on the defense right there. Can't let Dirk get the positioning he wants inside.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hill's checked in, and then for Philadelphia. Van Horn, he's checked in for Bryant. McKee comes in for Williams, and it's Snow in for Buckner. The free throw off from Nowitzki. The 76ers trail by 10. Van Horn, the pass to Snow. Allen Iverson on the wing. Oh, Iverson fighting for that one.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Hill kicks to Nowitzki. Outside Kidd. Shot clock at 5 to the paint and stolen by McCullough. And they're moving it up. McKee against Nowitzki. McKee, no luck. Mavericks leading by 8. Pass to Kidd. Now Hill. It's Nowitzki, top of the key. Pulls it from the elbow. Rebound by McCulloch. McCulloch's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's McKee. Mavericks with the rebound. Grant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Nowitzki kicks to Kidd. Pass to Bradley. Down low. Here's Nowitzki. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 17 points for Nowitzki.
Love how Nowitzki goes right up with it when he's this deep. I mean, not giving the defense any time to react.
Snow the pass to Van Horn. Here's Snow. Iverson right side. Over Hill. Iverson no good. Outside Kidd. Nowitzki right side. Oh, Nowitzki gets up and powers it down.
Hey, he's not a high flyer by any means, but Nowitzki still can throw it down on you.
Here's Snow. On the wing, Iverson. It's good. Iverson's got 40 points.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Nowitzki's shot is no good. The 76ers trail by 10. From deep. Iverson buries it from deep.
I don't think he's a point guard or a shooting guard. Iverson is a scoring guard. That's what he does. He can hurt you in a lot of different ways.
And here's Kidd from the arc. Tries again. And the layup good by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 10 points in the quarter.
Some loud hustle points right there. My goodness.
Here's Snow. Allen Iverson. Grant rips down the rebound. And here is Kidd. Here's Nowitzki. From 12 feet. Good work there as it goes down.
I'll tell you what, Nowitzki really, he can fill it up from anywhere. You got to admire his scoring ability, including his mid-range game.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Iverson outside. Now here's McCulloch. D right on him. Just 5 on the clock. A 15-footer. Rebounded by Nowitzki. Mavericks leading by 11. There's 1:59 left in the game. Tries it from 9. Good!
Boy, really nice job to take what the defense was giving him there.
Philadelphia shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Iverson up top, covered by Van Exel. And the shot will go down.
Oh, nice stroke on Iverson's jumper. He looks so confident taking that shot.
Iverson against Van Exel. Unloads from 13.
Poor defense for sure, but the offense was worse.
No good there.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Outside Kidd. Hill against McKee. That one misses. The 76ers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Here's Iverson. Fires from 14. Rebounded by Nowitzki. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it. They've done it.
And that one misses. Williams looking over the floor. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Duncan. 5 to shoot. Let's lose a 3. No good. Height with it. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.